Equity Officer for the City of Jackson, John Willis. Hi, John.
How you doing, Bart?
Good to see you.
Likewise, Andy.
Great to see you.
Always excited to be here, man.
Always excited. Always excited to see John.
Yes, we're talking about football during the break, and that's everyone always wants to talk to you about football.
Yes, sir. I love football, man. You know, when my teams do well, I go higher than other people. When they're not doing so well, I have to take it. So right now, you know, my Spartans are, you know, they're having some struggles, so I'm hearing about it. But like Bart, I still wear my green and white that we still support. So.
Well, they're going to win sometime.
Yeah, sometime.
Yes. So hopefully we'll start this weekend.
This weekend.
I don't know, but we're hoping so.
I think they will.
Yeah, Brandon wants us to move on from Michigan State. He's getting that.
Yes.
Next week is the annual Harold White Awards breakfast.
Yes, sir.
I think next week. Is it
yes, sir. Next Wednesday. Yeah. Next Wednesday, 7:30 a.m., Cascades Manor House.
Well, who was Harold White?
Harold White first of all, he's a Jackson legend. He's a longtime civil rights leader, president of the NAACP for, I think, 16 years, longest term serving NAACP president, a Boy Scout leader, troop leader for over 30 years, a lot of civil rights things that he did here in Jackson, just well-known president of the A. Philip Randolph organization that helped with voting, different things like that. Just very active community leader as well. So in his honor of all the contributions, all the things that he did, all of the things that he volunteered for, we have the Harold White Diversity and Inclusion Awards and Volunteer Awards breakfast as well. Yes, sir.
That's awesome, and you'll be honoring people. Do you know who you're honoring?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do. We have some winners. This year's Diversity Award winner goes to Dr. Daniel J. Phelan at Jackson College.
That's awesome.
Because of his efforts and the things that he's done. You know, Jackson College they have the Men of Merit, they have the Ready, Set, Jet program, they have classes at the Martin Luther King Center, they have the affinity groups for different organizations. A lot of the work has been done at Jackson College and by Dr. Phelan being, you know, the president at the time. We want to recognize their work and his efforts.
You guys have had a nice working relationship between the city and Jackson College for years.
Most definitely. They've been very, very supportive, very, very engaged in the community, and they continue to do those engagements. Antonio Gant is the winner of the Inclusion Award from Nation Outside. He kind of works with returning citizens, guys that have been in trouble, coming back into our city, back into our communities. Done a really, really great job. He was the young man that was behind our fair housing ordinance that we have here in Jackson. So he's done some work there. Outstanding volunteers this year are Jacob Inocencio from Grow Jackson, and Shirley Brown. I know you know Shirley Brown. Shirley and Otis Brown. They were an older couple. Otis recently passed away, but they kind of volunteered for a lot of things. A lot of coaching for youth, softball programs, youth programs, traveling, making sure the families could travel to get to games and different things like that. So we're honoring Shirley this year as well as an outstanding volunteer. So those are our 4 winners for this year, man. So we're very, very excited about it.
It's cool to hear stories of like that. You know, with sports and people not being able to get to games or afford things like that.
Right.
Families quietly stepping in to help out.
And that's how it kind of was with those. I mean, now you can always hear Miss Brown at the softball games. She'll get loud. She's a loud cheerleader. But the things that she did and the things that they did for people, they don't really talk about. They don't really talk about a lot. So it's good to see people from the community nominate Miss Shirley Brown for an award.
That's cool.
And to be able to give her that award, I think it's a great honor for City of Jackson. I'm great that the Human Relations Commission thought enough of the efforts that she did to award her for that.
Yeah, I'm amazed. They're awesome choices. I don't think you could have done a better job, particularly this year. Some of the things that Nation Outside has done, Jackson College as well.
Yes, sir.
Some might even think long overdue.
Yes, most definitely. The Grow Jackson with the things they're doing, the gardens that they're doing. They have a garden. One of the gardens is over at King Center. It's a really, really big garden. The foods, the products of that garden are donated to the community. Some people think that they're for sale. They're not. They're actually donated to the community. There's a huge shelf counter that they have built up there where they can go in, they can grab those, get those things and eat them. And then right across from the old Tomlinson School, which is the Isaiah's Hub now, they have another guy. Yes, my son Jay was very proud of him, man. He's making some really, really good choices, doing some good things, and helping some young people. So that's exciting to see. Yeah.
Well, I think people are going to want to be in the audience for this great breakfast. It's at the Cascades Manor. And how do people get tickets?
We have tickets. They can call 788-4167. and get some tickets from City Hall, at City Hall on the 14th floor, or you can show up and get tickets at the door as well. Have an exciting speaker, author, Dr. Dwight Wilson, who's from Ann Arbor, also involved in their civil rights things, a lot of the oversight and things that they have in Ann Arbor. He's been a large part of that. So he's our featured speaker. The good thing about this program is it starts at 7:30 and you are out at 8:30. Regardless of what happens, if we have to cut people at 8:30, you're out. You're good. But it's Cascades. They do a really, really great job. Their meals and their food, and obviously the ambiance and everything is really excellent there. And you get in. They have a presentation. They go through it, get you in, get you out, cool. And recognize some people in our community that are doing some really, really great things in diversity, inclusion, and just volunteering services in Jackson.
And everyone that is honored with the Harold White Award is permanently recognized in Horace Blackman Park.
That's right. So there's a monument. What is it called? A monument stone? What would you call that?
Yeah, I'd call it that.
That sounds good. We'll make up a name for it. So we're calling it a monument stone, officially named by Andy.
Yeah, monument stone.
Anyway, their name goes on a plaque there, so that it's commemorated forever. So. Yeah, cool. That's powerful. That's solid. Jackson is a great community, man. We're really coming together, really seeing some changes and things in Jackson that I think we can be extremely proud of.
I agree with you. We are. It's a great community.
Yeah. Now you're kind of at the stage in your life where all your kids are all over and doing all these crazy things. Talk a little bit about what's keeping you and your family busy.
Yeah. So for me, for my life, for the past 30-some years, has been Friday, Saturday, Sundays have been kind of like football, where it expanded. It started off Fridays, then Fridays and Saturdays, then Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So now we're downsizing some of the football. I still have to go out to the football games. I still have to go watch the guys. Like, you don't have a kid out there, but you have to see it. You got to be a part of it. Yeah. My good friend Basil Hampton, his son Britton is playing varsity out of Lumen this year, and some of the guys that I know, and the people that you watch grow up and see them play. And then I've been out to see Jackson High play. Antonio Parker from King Center is a coach there, so you see these guys go up. So you want to see those guys as well. So we get out and we still support it. But the big thing for us now, I guess, is grandkids. Grandkids. So we've got 15 grandkids. That's a lot. Well, my wife she's she does what she calls Granny Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I think it's like once a month. She has Granny Tuesday, where they all come to the house and spend time with Granny.
I might take advantage of that.
You notice it's just Granny, just Granny Tuesday, because Grandpa disappears on Granny Tuesday. The thing I like about the grands, I can come over, I can give them candy and whatever they want, and then send them back home. So but Granny, Papa kind of disappears on those days. So
it's an awesome family you guys have.
Yes, sir. I'm very, very proud of him, man. To see Jay over at Isaiah's Hub, see Kari doing this thing. He's been a part of a lot of different speaking engagements where he's sharing what he's doing now, that work with other people, other organizations, doing some counseling and advice for some of the guys that are playing NFL and other type of sports from different walks of life. So it's exciting to see, and just to be there, just to be support. Terrell's a parole officer up in Lansing now, so it's exciting to see him grow up. Kamila's teaching school. My daughter's in Milwaukee is doing some daycare directing things. So it's amazing. It's amazing. At one time, with 10 children, it seems like they're never going to be out of the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now that they're out, and me and my wife are there, like there's no noise. I'm not used to that, so I have to turn something on. I have to have that noise.
That's
so
I remember talking to you when the kids are. When they were a lot younger, how many gallons of milk you went
through See, I'm telling you, a box of cereal, this is a funny thing, because like people, they would always see like boxes of cereal, and they think like, man, that box of cereal, those boxes of cereal, sometimes that's just for a week, especially if mom's going and dad's doing breakfast, it's like all cereal. There's no cooking happening, But so yeah, we went through some groceries, man. We went through some changes, when you got 10 children, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of clothes, a lot of clothes washing, a lot of washers and dryers you go through. You go through refrigerators, you go through deep freezers, you go through a lot, and you kind of, I guess now that it's not there, I'm seeing more like, wow, like how do we do that? But in the middle of it, you just do it. You just do it. And my wife is very excellent, and a lot of the management stuff, the times, who's got to be where, when they've got to be there, those different kind of things. And so it was good.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to next week, the Harold White Breakfast called the City of Jackson.
Right.
Phone number again?
Phone number 517-788-4167.
All right, thanks, John.
All right, thanks a lot for having us.
John.
Always excited to be in Jackson's big studios here, man. This is beautiful. I always have to talk about that. Great job they've done here, the growth.
John is the Chief Equity Officer for the City of Jackson. More in the Morning Show right after this.